Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. We will continue our glorification of Lord Shiva, and we will read Radha Kripa Katakshak Stavaraj, which is spoken by Lord Shiva in glorification of Srimati Radharani. मुनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते त्रिलोकशोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्रपङ्कजे निकुञ्जभूविलासिनि व्रजेन्द्रभानुनन्दिनि व्रजेन्द्रसूनुसङ्गते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अशोकवृक्षवल्लरी वितानमण्डपस्थिते प्रवालवालपल्लव प्रभारुणाङ्घ्रिकोमले वराभयस्फुरत्करे प्रभूतसम्पदालये कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनङ्गरङ्गमङ्गलप्रसङ्गभङ्गुरभ्रुवां सविभ्रमं ससम्भ्रमं दृगन्तबाणपाटनै निरन्तरं वशीकृतप्रतीतिनन्दनन्दने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् तडित्सुवर्णचम्पकप्रदीप्तगौरविग्रहे मुखप्रभापरास्तकोटिशारदेन्दुमण्डले विचित्रचित्रसञ्चरच्चकोरशावलोचने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मदोन्मदाति यौवने प्रमोदमानमण्डिते प्रियानुरागरञ्जिते कलाविलासपण्डिते अनन्यधन्यकुञ्जराज्यकामकेलिकोविदे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अशेषहावभावधीरहीरहारभूषिते प्रभूतशातकुम्भकुम्भकुम्भिकुम्भसुस्तनि प्रशस्तमन्दहास्यचूर्णपूर्णसौख्यसागरे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं मृणालबालवल्लरी तरङ्गरङ्गदोर्लते लताग्रलास्य लोलनीललोचनावलोकने ललल्लुलन्मिलन्मनोग्धमुग्धमोहनाश्रिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् सुवर्णमालिकाञ्चितत्रिरेखकम्बुकण्ठगे त्रिसूत्रमङ्गली गुणत्रिरत्नदीप्तिदीधिति सलोलनीलकुन्तलप्रसूनगुच्छगुम्फिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् नितम्बबिम्बलम्बमानपुष्पमेखलागुणे प्रशस्तरत्नकिङ्किणीकलापमध्यमञ्जुले करीन्द्रशुण्डदण्डिकावरोह कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनेकमन्त्रनादमञ्जुनूपुरारवस्खलत् समाजराजहंसवंशनिकवनाटिगौरवे विलोलहेमवल्लरी विडम्बिचारुचक्रमे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनन्तकोटिविष्णुलोकनम्रपद्मजार्चिते हिमाद्रिजापुलोमजा विरिञ्चजावरप्रदे अपार सिद्धिरिद्धिदिक्त सत्पदाङ्गुलीनखे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मखेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वधेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेदभारतीश्वरी प्रमाणशासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोदकाननेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपे श्रीराधिके नमोऽस्तुते इतीममद्भुतं स्तवं निशम्य भानुनन्दिनी करोतु सन्ततं जनं कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं भवेत्तदैव सञ्चितत्रिरूपकर्मनाशनं भवेत्तदा व्रजेन्द्रसूनुमण्डलप्रवेशनम् श्रीनन्दनन्दनाष्टकम् सुचारुवक्त्रमण्डलं सुकर्णरत्नकुण्डलं सुचर्चिताङ्गचन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं सुदीर्घनेत्रपङ्कजं शिखिशिखण्डमूर्धजम् अनङ्गकोटिमोहनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं सुनासिकाग्रमौक्तिकं स्वच्छन्ददन्तपङ्क्तिकं नवाम्बुदाङ्गचिक्कणं नमामि नन्दनन्दनम् करेण वेणुरञ्जितं गतिकरीन्द्रगञ्जितं दुकूलपीतशोभनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनम् त्रिभंगदेह सुंदरम नखद्युति सुधाकरम अमूल्य रत्न भूषणम नमामि नंदनंदनम सुगंध अंग सौरभम उरो विराजि कौस्तुभम स्फुरत् श्रीवत्सलांचनम नमामि नंदनंदनम वृंदावन सुनागरम विलासनुगवाससम सुरेन्द्रगर्वमोचनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं व्रजाङ्गनासुनायकं सदा सुखप्रदायकं जगन्मनप्रलोभनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं श्रीनन्दनन्दनाष्टकं पठेत् यः श्रद्धयान्वितः तरेद्भवाब्धिं दुस्तरं लभेत्तदङ्घ्रियुगमकम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Dear devotees, we will read something from Srimad Bhagavatam in glorification of Lord Shiva. In the 10th canto of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, there is 88th chapter where the sweetness of Lord Shiva is mentioned by Srila Shukdev Goswami. It's very sweet, and let us try to taste it by reading it and hearing it. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Lord Shiva saved from Vrikasur. We will read this over 2-3 days. We will not be able to finish this chapter today. This chapter describes how it is that the devotees of Lord Vishnu obtain liberation, while the devotees of other deities obtain material opulences. Lord Vishnu possesses all opulences, while Lord Shiva lives in poverty. Yet the devotees of Lord Vishnu are generally poverty stricken, while Lord Shiva's devotees attain abundant wealth. See the contrast. Lord Vishnu is Shripati, Lakshmipati. He is very rich. In fact, Shri is one of his opulences, but the devotees are very poor. Lord Shiva lives homeless, without any clothes, without any possessions, akinchan. But the devotees of Lord Shiva are very rich. So this looks like a irony, paradox. How to understand? When Maharaj Parikshit asked Srila Shukadeva Goswami to explain this puzzling fact, Srila Shukadeva Goswami replied as follows: Lord Shiva manifests as false ego, ahankar, in three varieties according to the three modes of material nature. From this false ego arise the five physical elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, and the other transformations of material nature, totaling 16. When a devotee of Lord Shiva worships his manifestation in any of these elements, the devotee obtains all sorts of corresponding enjoyable opulences. But because Lord Shri Hari is transcendental to the modes of material nature, his devotees also become transcendental. At the end of the performance of his Ashwamedh sacrifice, King Yudhishthir had asked this same question to Lord Krishna, who replied, when I feel special compassion for someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the poverty stricken man's children, wife, and other relations all abandon him. When he again tries to acquire wealth in order to win back his family's favor, I mercifully frustrate him so that he becomes disgusted with fruitive work and befriends my devotees. And at that time, I bestow upon him my extraordinary grace. Then he can become freed from the bondage of material life and attain to the kingdom of God, Vaikuntha. Examine our hearts, my dear friends. How many of us have come to Krishna consciousness, have come into the association of devotees because of being materially disappointed, because of being disappointed in our material relationships, because of being failures in our material endeavors. It's very common, and that is Krishna's mercy. Yasya aham anugranami harishye tad dhanam shanay tato dhanam tayantyasya sujana dukha dukhitam. Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva can each bestow or withhold favors. But whereas Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are satisfied or angered very easily, very quickly, Lord Vishnu is not. In this regard, the Vedic literatures relate the following story. Once the demon Vrikasur asked Sri Narad Muni, which god was most quickly pleased? सबसे फटाफट रिजल्ट्स किसकी पूजा करने से मिलेंगे? And Shripad Narad Muni answered that Lord Shiva was the most quickly pleased, Ashutosh. Thus Vrikasur, he was a son of Shakuni. Vrikasur, like father, like son. Thus Vrikasur went to the holy place of Kedarnath and began worshipping Lord Shiva by offering pieces of his own flesh as oblations into the fire, because the fire is the mouth of Lord Shiva. He was putting his own pieces of flesh in Shiva's mouth in the form of the fire. But Lord Shiva did not appear. So Vrika decided to commit suicide by cutting off his head. Just at the critical moment, Lord Shiva appeared from the sacrificial fire and held his hand. Stop! Don't cut your head. Appeared from the sacrificial fire and stopped him. What do you want? Offering the demon whatever boon he chose. Vrikasur said, may death come on, may death come to whomever I touch upon the head with my hand. Lord Shiva was obliged to fulfill this request. Otherwise, Vrika would have committed suicide to save his life. Lord Shiva said, okay. Om. He said, okay, as you wish. Lord Shiva was obliged to fulfill this request. And at once, the wicked Vrikasur tried to test the benediction by putting his hand on the head of Lord Shiva. Terrified, Lord Shiva fled for his life, running as far as heaven and the outer limits of the mortal world. Finally, the Lord reached the planet Shvetadweep, Vaikuntha. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. He reached Shvetadweep, Vaikuntha planet within this Brahmanda, where Lord Vishnu resides. Seeing the desperate Shiva from far distance, Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan, disguised himself as a young brahmachari student and went before Vrikasur. In a sweet voice, he addressed the demon. My dear Vrika, please rest a while and tell us what you intend to do. Vrikasur was charmed by Lord Narayan's words. Of course, Lord Narayan was in the form of a young brahmachari student boy and revealed everything that had happened. Vrikasur told the whole story. How he met Narad Muni, how he wanted to get quick results, approached Narad Muni. Narad Muni said, worship Lord Shiva. He went to Kedarnath, put pieces of his own flesh in the fire, sacrificial fire, as an offering to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva appeared, saved him when he was about to cut off his head. What do you want? I want a benediction that whoever head I touch with my hand, that person should immediately die. I got that benediction. And now I want to kill Lord Shiva so I can be with the beautiful Parvati, Varanana. But that Shiva is running away. Can you help me catch him? Vrikasur told the whole story, revealed everything that had happened. Lord Vishnu said, Ever since Lord Shiva was cursed by Prajapati Daksha, he has become just like a carnivorous hobgoblin. So you shouldn't trust Lord Shiva. Better to test his benediction by putting your hand on your own head. Put the hand on your own head, nothing will happen. Then you go and kill that Shiva for giving you false benediction. Like that, Lord Vishnu told you. Touch Shiva, nothing will happen. And then you go and kill him for giving false benediction so that he will never again lie. Bewildered by these words, the foolish demon touched his own head and immediately his head shattered into pieces and he fell to the ground dead. From the sky, all the devatas they cried, Jai, victory, Namaha, obeisances, Sadhu, Sadhu, well done, were heard from the sky. The demigods, sages, celestial forefathers, the Pitras, and the Gandharvas all congratulated Supreme Lord by raining down flowers upon him. Shri Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Give me 1 second. Huh? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Just have to respond to this message from the hospital. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Okay, text 1. श्रीराजोवाच देवासुरमनुष्येषु ये भजन् अशिवं शिवं प्रायस्ते धनिनो भोजा न तु लक्ष्म्या पतिं हरिम्. Hari bol. King Parikshit, Shri Parikshit Maharaj said, those demigods, demons, and humans who worship Lord Shiva, who is a strict renunciant, usually enjoy wealth and sense gratification. Prayaste dhanino bhoja. They enjoy a lot of wealth. They enjoy sense gratification, those who worship Lord Shiva. While the worshippers of the Supreme Lord Hari, who is the husband of Goddess of Fortune, Lakshmipati, no, they do not get material enjoyment. They don't get money, dhan. How is that? Text 2. Etad veditum ichhama sandehotra mahanhinaha viruddha shilayo prahavyor viruddha bhajatam gatihi. We wish to properly understand this matter, which greatly puzzles us. Indeed, the results attained by the worshippers of these two lords of opposite characters are contrary to what one would expect. Shri Parikshit Maharaj is asking his Gurudev, Shri Shukdev Goswami. Purport. The preceding chapter ended with the recommendation that one should always meditate on Lord Hari, the bestower of liberation, Mukunda. In this regard, Maharaj Parikshit here expresses a common fear among ordinary people that by becoming a devotee of Lord Vishnu, one will lose his wealth and social status. For the benefit of such persons of little faith, King Parikshit requests Srila Shukadev Goswami to explain an apparent paradox. Lord Shiva, who lives like a beggar without even a house to call his own, makes his devotees rich and powerful. While Lord Vishnu, the omnipotent possessor of all that exists, Lakshmipati, often reduces his servants to abject poverty. Srila Shukdev Goswami will respond with reasoned explanations and an ancient account concerning the demon of Vrika. Shri Shuka Uvacha Shiva Shakti Yuta Shashvat Trilingo Guna Samvrita Vaikarikas Taijasascha Tamasaschetaham Tridha. Shri Shukadev Goswami said, Lord Shiva is always united with his personal energy. Shakti Yuta. Personal energy is Maya Shakti, the material nature, manifesting himself in three features, Trilinga, three features in response to the entreaties of nature's three modes, Sattva, Raja, Tama, Guna. Trilinga Guna Samvritaha. Lord Shiva thus embodies the threefold principle of material ego, Tamasa, Aham, Ahankar, Tridha. Threefold principle of material ego in goodness, passion, and ignorance. Vaikarika means goodness, Taijasa means passion, Tamasa means ignorance. Aham Tridha. False ego, Ahankar, is of three types. ततो विकारा अभवन् षोडशामिषु कञ्चन उपधावन् विभूतीनां सर्वासाम् अश्नुते गतिम्. The 16 elements have evolved as transformations of that false ego. When a devotee of Lord Shiva worships his manifestation in any one of these elements, the devotee obtains all sorts of corresponding enjoyable opulences. Vibhuti Nam Sarvasam Ashnute. You'll get. Purport. False ego transforms into the mind the 10 senses, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin are the jnanendriyas. Hands, feet, voice, genitals, and evacuatory organs are the 5 karmendriya. The 5 physical elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, bhumi, apo, nalo, vayu, kham. So 5 physical elements, 5 karmendriya, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15. And manashashtani indriyani. The sixth sense is the mind. That makes it 15 plus 1, 16. So false ego transforms into the mind, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, hands, feet, voice, reproductive organs, evacuatory organs, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. False ego transforms into these 16 elements. Lord Shiva appears in a special linga form in each of these 16 substances, which are worshipped individually as deities in various sacred locations of the universe. A devotee of Shiva may worship one of his particular lingas, which is a manifestation of Lord Shiva, to obtain the mystic opulences pertaining to it. Thus, Lord Shiva's Akash Linga bestows the opulence of ether, his Jyotir Linga bestows the opulence of fire, and so on. हरिर्हि निर्गुण साक्षात् पुरुष प्रकृते परः स सर्वदृग् उपद्रष्टा तं भजन् निर्गुणो भवेत्. On the other hand, Lord Hari, however, has no connection with material modes. He is Gunatit. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the all-seeing eternal witness, Purusha, and he is Prakrate Paraha. Lord Shiva is always with Prakriti, Maya Devi. Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are the universal mother and father of the material world. Whereas Lord Vishnu is Prakrate Para. He is beyond modes of material nature. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. No material qualities he has. Nirguna, Sakshad. Harir he, Nirguna, Sakshad. Krishna has no material qualities. Sa Sarvadri, he is the all-seeing eternal witness. Upadrashta, he is the witness who is transcendental to material nature. Prakrate Para. So, one who worships Lord Hari becomes similarly free from the material modes. Tam bhajan nirguno bhave. They become nirgun. So they don't need anything material. The worshippers of Lord Hari. Purport. Lord Vishnu is situated in his own transcendental position beyond the material energy. Lord Vishnu. Why, therefore, should his worship bear the fruit of material opulence? What a beautiful logical answer. The real fruit of worshipping Lord Vishnu is transcendental knowledge, Divya Jnana. Thus, Lord Vishnu's worshipper gains the eye of transcendental knowledge. They get transcendental knowledge. Tesham सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तु ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत. The real fruit of worshipping Lord Vishnu is transcendental knowledge. Thus, Lord Vishnu's worshipper gains the eye of transcendental knowledge. Chakshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Instead of being blinded by mundane assets, andhaya thandhya upadniyamana. The Lord being the detached witness of the material creation, upadrashta, his devotee also becomes aloof from the interaction of the Lord's inferior energy. Krishna is detached, name karmani limpanti, name karma phalaspriya. Devotee also becomes disinterested in material world. Srila Sridhar Swami cites the following passage from the Vedic literatures. Vastuno guna sambandhe rupa dvayam iheshyate tad dharma yoga yogabhyam bimbavat pratibimbavat. When the absolute reality associates with the modes of nature, he assumes two different kinds of form in the world, according to whether his spiritual qualities are manifest or not. Thus, he acts just like a reflection and its further secondary reflection. Bimbavat, pratibimbavat. Guna sattvadaya shanta ghora mooda swabhavatah Vishnu Brahma Shivanam cha gunayantra swarupinam. The modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, whose individual natures are peaceful, violent, and foolish, are personally regulated by Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, respectively. Lord Vishnu, goodness; Lord Brahma, passion; Lord Shiva, ignorance. नाति भेदो भवेद भेदो गुणधर्म रिहांशतः सत्वस्य शान्त्यानो जातु विष्णोर्विक्षेप मूढ़ते. Lord Vishnu's peaceful mode of goodness does not differ substantially from his original spiritual qualities, although it is only a partial manifestation of them within this world. Thus, Lord Vishnu's mode of goodness, Vishuddha Sattva, is never tainted by agitation in passion or delusion in ignorance. Rajastamo gunabhyam tu bhavetam brahma rudrayoh gunopamaradato bhuyas tad amshanam cha bhinnata. By the modes of passion and ignorance, on the other hand, the original spiritual qualities of Lord Brahma and Lord Rudra are obscured. Thus, these spiritual qualities appear only partially as separated material qualities. अथ समग्र सत्वस्य विष्णोर्मोक्षकरी मतिः अंशतो भूति हेतुश्च तथानंदमयी स्वतः. Therefore, focusing one's consciousness upon Lord Vishnu, the embodiment of all goodness, leads one to liberation. Such God consciousness also generates material success as a byproduct, but its proper nature is pure spiritual ecstasy. अंशतस्तारतम्येन ब्रह्मरुद्रादिसेविनां विभूतयो भवन्त्येव शनैर्मोक्षो anamshatah. According to their mode of worship, devotees of Lord Brahma, Rudra, and other demigods obtain the limited success of material opulences. Eventually, they may possibly become qualified for full liberation, moksha. Takes long time. But Lord Vishnu's devotees, they are situated in the pure Vishuddha Sattva. Sagunan samatitayetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. They become immediately liberated. This same idea is echoed in the following statement of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.23. Shreyamsi tatra khalu sattva tanor syuhu. Of these three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Lord Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness, Vishuddha Sattva. Text 6. Nivrittesh ashvamedheshu raja yashmat pitamaha shrinavana bhagavato dharman aprichad idamachyutam. Shri Shukdev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit, your Pitamaha, Yasmat Pitamaha, your grandfather, Raja Yudhishthir, after completing his Ashwamedha sacrifices, Nivritteshu Ashwamedheshu, after completing Ashwamedha sacrifices, your Pitamaha, your grandfather Maharaj Yudhishthir, asked Lord Krishna, Lord Achyuta, this very same question: why the devotees of Lord Vishnu are poor? While hearing the Lord's explanation of religious principles. Shrunuvan Bhagavato Dharman. When Lord Krishna was speaking about Dharma, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this question: who will follow Dharma? Because your devotees are always poor. Who will take shelter of you? Text 7. Sa aha bhagavams tasmai pritaha shushrushave prabhu nrinam nishreyasarthaya yovatirno yadokule. This question pleased Sri Krishna, the king's lord and master. Pritaha Shushrushave. He was very happy to hear the question of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And Krishna is Avatirna Yadu Kule. Krishna has descended in the family of the Yadus for what purpose? Nrinam Nishreyasa Arthaya. For the sake of bestowing the highest good on everyone. Shreya means the highest good. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. The Lord replied as follows, as the king eagerly listened. Shushrushave. Yudhishthira Maharaj was very eager to hear, and Krishna was Pritaha, was very happy to hear the question. So Krishna replied. Text 8. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Yasyaham Anugranami Harishye Tadhanam Shanay Tato Dhanam Tejantasya Swajana Dukkha Dukkhitam. The personality of Godhead Krishna said, if I especially favor someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the relatives and friends of such a poverty-stricken person abandon him. In this way, he suffers one distress after another. When Srila Prabhupada was going through so many reversals in his life, Srila Prabhupada would often meditate upon this verse. And the purport is very beautiful and we should do justice to it. So we will continue from this. We will read this verse again tomorrow and we'll read the purport tomorrow nicely. Very, very important verse. But let us meditate on this fact that Krishna is Gunatit. He is beyond the material modes of nature. Therefore, those who worship Krishna will attain that same state. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram saprayati madbhavam. We will also attain the same nature as Krishna. because we are meditating on Krishna, we are chanting Krishna's name, and we are worshipping Krishna. And we are eating Krishna Prasad, and we are listening about Krishna, and we are speaking about Krishna, and we are reading about Krishna, and we are associating with devotees of Krishna. And Krishna is Gunatit. Krishna has nothing to do with this material world. So devotees of Krishna will not get material benedictions. They will get spiritual benedictions. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti de. Krishna will give us that which will help us attain Krishna in the spiritual world. Krishna will not give us anything material. So when we go through suffering in life, when we lack money, when we lack good health, when we lack wealth, when we lack family support, when we are struggling in this world, we are having losses, we are having reversals, we are having problems, we are having distress. We should know that this is Krishna's mercy, and it will be very beautifully explained in the purport. Very beautifully explained in this purport. And that explanation is based on Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Tika, Sarata Darshini Tika, on this verse. So we will see what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments on this verse, Krishna willing, tomorrow. Thank you very much, dear devotees. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर हरि
हरि
बोल।
बोल।
हरे कृष्णा
प्रणाम।
प्रणाम
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
विलास प्रभु